Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash, giving double honor to the Apostle Elders Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the brothers pushing his truth and sincerity in a Bible bowl. All right, it's the brother Apostle Kodash coming at you again with another lesson. All right, this one about correction. All right, the whole point of correction is what? To be corrected, to make you see the error of your ways. Right? Just like in school, you know, you would have a teacher and they would ask, who know the answer to this? Right? And if you answer wrong, they will correct you. It's to make sure that you know right from wrong. It's not to show that you're wrong. You know, it's even like that in the truth. You know, sometimes you got to ask questions. Sometimes you just got to go say, fuck it, and just ask it. It might sound dumb in your head, but at the end of the day, at least you get the correct answer. Right? It's better off to sound dumb and to come out with wisdom than to remain not knowing, you know? Because then what if you are wrong and you're going to remain in stupidity, basically, because you're not going to know. You're going to remain in ignorance is a better word, because you're not going to know. All right, but this is Romans 16-17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. All right. So, hey, this really getting on the other camps for real, because, you know, it's getting on anything, really. These false religions, you know, these other camps. You know, I really like to associate this verse with the other camps, though, because, you know, they come in a doctrine like ours. It's similar, but it's not the exact 100% doctrine. Right. You know, they're not teaching about the mark, charagma. They're not teaching about they're not teaching about America being Babylon the Great and it's getting destroyed. They're not teaching these things. All right, they telling you you're an Israelite, you're a king, and you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want on the Sabbath. You can do whatever you want. You ain't got to do the high holy days. The high holy days is this day. So Sabbath is Saturday. You know, they telling you anything. They're not giving you the 100% truth. Then you got these false religions. It's just 100% false. It's just somebody came up with it, told you to pray to the corn god, and we're going to get more corn this year. You know, things like that. Completely bugged out. Right? But look at the end of the verses say, and avoid them. One for one, once you try to tell somebody about the truth the first time, you know, it's like, if he don't get it, he don't get it. It's nothing you can do. It's between him and the Lord. His eyes may be blinded, his ears may be blocked. You know, somebody got to be the 2/3. This is Hebrews 12:11. Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth peaceable fruit of the righteousness, and unto which are exercised thereby. All right. So the Lord, right, he's going to chasten us. Different brothers have different things going on. Like somebody has a money problem. Somebody has an Eve problem. Somebody has a bodily issue. All right. The Lord is going to give you what you can handle. He's not going to give you something above your power. Right. So at that point, you got to say to yourself, endure. Because at the end of the day, what does scripture say? Now, no chastening for the present may seem to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterwards, talking about after the chastening, whatever you're going through, it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness. So it's any chastening the Lord put on you is to push you towards righteousness. All right, look at how the Lord chastening our people as a nation. He doing that so we'll beg the Lord for his forgiveness and we'll turn back to him. He's not doing that to be like, oh, I hate them. No, he's doing that so we can learn a lesson from it. And look how many people waking up, right? This is Proverbs 12:1. Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. All right. He that loveth instruction, Salaki, it say, he that whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, right? Because what's an instruction? Instruction is basically like, it's just like an instruction manual, right? Once you learn the instruction manual, you have knowledge to do what the manual is teaching you. What is the Bible? The Bible is an instruction manual to life, to everlasting life. So you want everlasting life, you got to read the Bible to learn. This is 2 Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. So guess what? All scripture has a significance to do what? Reproof, correction, instruction in righteousness. You want to be righteous? You want to stay on that right hand? You want to stay on the Lord's good side? Read your scriptures. First and foremost, go into the laws. First 5 books that tell you what you can and can't do. And then, you have your other books, so the books of wisdom, books of Psalms. You have different books, and they all give you great, real stories, real accounts, I should say, of what to do in this situation, how to live. There's a significance. There's a moral to it, right? Scriptures get deep. This is Proverbs 15:32. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. All right, so when you refuse instruction, you're saying you want to do it on your own and you'll figure it out. You pretty much hate your own soul because you're setting yourself up for destruction. Because we need the Lord. You cannot do it on your own. You have to depend on the Lord. You're not depending on the Lord, you ain't going nowhere. This is Proverbs 29:15. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringing his mother to shame. All right, when it's talking about the rod, it's basically talking about, in modern day words, a whooping or a spanking, whatever you want to call it. All right, because why? It teach a kid not to do it because there's consequences behind it. But when you let a kid out into the world, letting him think he can do whatever he want, bring up his mother's shame. All right, he gonna bring a bad name to your household. They can be like, you raised him? This is Proverbs 8:33. Hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. It would be wise for you not to refuse it. You know why? It's going to make you smarter. You're going to have more wisdom. Your chances of survival go up when you hear instruction. All right, I'm gonna end it right here. I was looking for this verse. This is John 14 and 15. If you love me, love is an action word meaning to do something, right? It's a verb, so you physically do it. Keep my commandments. And this is in the New Testament. All right, with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Kokodash, giving double honor to the Apostle Elder Ray Millstone. Peace and blessings to the brother pushing the truth and sincerity in the Bible.